So one of the things that I a lot of times deal with when it comes to the business side of things, especially in the assisted living facility side of the law or the nursing home side, is I'll recommend to clients that they make sure they're very careful with the documentation that they receive relating to their clients. They're going to take in a resident, and they're going to take in a resident based on either the resident signing an agreement with that business, or they're going to have a representative for them. And they have to be very careful with that. Certain documents are invalid depending on who signed them and how they signed them, and certain terms of that. And there's a lot of case law that's been coming out lately dealing with arbitration, and a big factor in that, because a lot of times these companies don't want to go to arbitration. They want to go to arbitration. They don't want to go to trial because they may have a jury involved, and juries tend to award bigger amounts for these types of cases when they have a personal injury or related matter or wrongful death or something like that. So I always recommend that you be very careful when you are taking in a resident. Make sure you're careful about what document that is and whether or not it's valid. And you should make sure that that is the right person signing that document, because sometimes you'll have a successor personal power of attorney or attorney in fact signing the residential agreement for that their family member, their father, their mother to stay in that facility. And that's not the person who should be signing. It should be the current power of attorney or the person themselves if they have capacity. So you have to know who is able to sign. If there isn't a power of attorney, that person comes in and they are incapacitated, mentally speaking. They cannot sign their own documents. They can't understand what they're signing. You have a big problem. And you probably need a guardian to step in at that point and take over and make sure they're appointed before you actually have an agreement in place with that person. And that's a hard thing to do, and it's difficult because these residences are tasked with trying to help these people. But they take a big risk if they don't have the right people signing, because there is an issue that comes up, they're going to be fighting over a contract that may be invalidated because it's not been signed by someone who actually can sign it.